I shall kill you in your dreams. Oh, wait, do it. What is going on, guys? Similar Views, and today I'm going to review Freddy Vs Jason. So, Freddy Vs Jason is started by Ryan Yu, I believe his name, and this is a big crossover fan with the Night on Elm Street and Friday the 13th. Well, this one is called basically where you see Freddy Krueger and Jason 4. He's two of Hollywood's biggest icons. Freddy's solving his at. The big one, but here's the actual story. This one basically is just Freddy's starting to lose his powers, and a lot of people aren't really afraid of him anymore. And the more they listen out with Jason to really scare people to really think he's scary again. But Jason figured out his plan. It leads to the big showdown between Freddy and Jason. Now I'm gonna say, there was once a time, like around 2006 and Mustache Outdoor, I was really into horror films. Like if you knew me around the time, which all I talk about a lot is all these horror. I'm like horror movies are really my thing around that age. I just remember Freddy vs Jason being one of my favorites to watch when I was in that stage, along with most of the Friday the 13th films as well, and a few in the original Elm Street. Like I haven't seen the sequels yet, that might be a review one this month, but we'll see. But anyway, this is one of the I did grew up watching. I've been watching it a lot growing up and having a lot of brightness to it. So then, actually, I watched this film honestly in many years. And I didn't end up rewatching this film. But so the question is, does Freddy vs Jason is as good as ever? Well, it's not as amazing as I once thought it was. The film, to me, is still a really good film, nonetheless. I definitely do think that. I definitely do think it is a really good film. The film is definitely a very underrated film, because a lot of people don't really like this film, which, personally, in a couple aspects I can understand. For me, I really do like this film. I do think it's definitely a very underrated horror film. I truly do. There's definitely a lot of things to really like about Freddy vs Jason, in my opinion. Because one thing, of course, Robert Englund's Freddy Krueger, this guy's a horror legend. He truly nails it as Freddy. I can't see anybody else honestly play Freddy, honestly. He truly is that good that you can't see anybody else playing him. And Freddy Krueger is pretty much as menacing as he was in the first time in Elm Street. He truly is a menacing, maniacal, and just very evil. He's definitely a very evil, especially using Jason, involving way for his mom to try to kill people. Just wow. Angren knocks out apart once again as his character, and he definitely does have some great one-liners to him as well. And you also got Jason Voorhees, who's also Ingrid. He's definitely very menacing, evil, but I'll get a little more on Jason in my comments. But for some points, he's definitely very menacing, but he did make a little sense in it. And that is the direction they were taking his character in this film, which is something I really like, such as involving his mom. And I like the camaraderie that happens between Freddy and Jason. I'll get a little more to that later, but the camaraderie was really great. And this also had some very good and hilarious one-liners as well. That really, just well. And the story here is actually a pretty interesting story for a slasher film. I was actually pretty invested in this story, and I was very interested in what was going on with Jason and Freddy. I just didn't want. The type of horror film is definitely one of the best stories in the horror film. Well, I was very interested and invested with what truly was going on. I really did like this. I really liked what they're going with the story in this film. I still do. Sure, something original or anything, but it's something that still kept my interest and intrigue throughout. And also the kill, and also the film is very gory. They give you a very gory person, really like very gory and blood, all that stuff, and I know a lot of people that do. Like, if you are really into that type of stuff, you're definitely gonna love the gore, because they do a lot of gore and blood, but it's not like too much. They don't like truly overuse it. But the gore and blood was all on this film, and I didn't like how they used it in this film. It was definitely some were definitely very scary times. Just, yeah. And also the kills are very creative and just insane. And the horror film with a horror villain has some great kills, and this film definitely has some good kills. Some kills, especially this this slaughter thing in the cornfield. It gives me chills every time I watch it. And the opening scene is frightening as well. And it really gives you interesting when you're on. The other kills they have from also very creative and very interesting on how they do these kills. So the performances, for the most part, well, I would say pretty good in this. In most horror films, acting is essentially the best, and most of it pretty much sucks. But the acting overall, for the most part, was pretty good. Probably my favorite would be Monica Kinney as Lloyd Canberra, who really just loved this film, and she had me into it again. I truly did care about, I truly did like. Kelly, on top of like Kelly Rowland, who was a famous singer and also Destiny's Child, presents film. And she is pretty good. She's not amazing, but she's pretty good. All the other performances, minus a couple of performances, are really good as well. I'll get into it later. The soundtrack is this is one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard in a horror film. It has some very rock and pop music, and usually I'm not really huge on rock, and most people are. The soundtrack is pretty damn just wow. Well, it really kicks ass, and they really use a lot. The movie is also very well written. It is very well shot, well directed. I didn't like where they were going, but yeah, they were going. I mean, I didn't like care about some of the characters. So when they died, I felt very sorry for them. And now you're gonna get what is probably the best thing about Freddy Vs Jason. And even if you do not like this film, this is the one thing that pretty much everyone remembers in this film, and that is the big show they have with Freddy and Jason. This is what this movie was building up to. So this is what it was trying to set up. Had these two big these come and fight each other, and it does not disappoint. Like this, this is definitely one of the best fights I've seen in a horror film. And then just get to a famous horror legends because of how the fight was done. The big showdown is engaging, is tense, it's crazy, it's just heart pounding, the creative ways that Freddy and Jason trying to attack each other and trying to kill each other. Just like if you really are huge on the Nightmare on Elm Street films and the Disney films, this film is just you are going to just scream some and be happy that these two horror can find each other. And these horror icons are well known in the community and in the community. Referring to these are very well known horror icons, and it's probably amazing to see these two fight each other. And again, it just not disappoint. It is very tense, and I really like how the way this film. That film does kind of set up for a sequel, which honestly I kind of wish it's going to happen. I thought it's going to happen now, honestly. But if they do a sequel, I would love it, honestly. I would love it if they ever going to do a sequel to Freddy vs. Jason. Like, I wish they did do a sequel, honestly. It would have been amazing, honestly, to see. Now, as much as I do think it's underrated, I cannot deny that this film definitely does have its problems. It's definitely not Royale's fault. It's still far from perfect. Okay. And the film does fall a lot into typical horror cliches and you can expect, honestly. Like I said, the film story is not original, unique anyway. I kind of liked what they're trying to do, but the film still does follow the typical horror formula. The people want to see Freddy just fight each other again, the way someone in the third act until they fight. And the film's just pretty much a lot of cliches compared to horror film, which for me isn't really too big an issue, but it is kind of an issue to me, at least to me. And the film does get kind of boring because the film does get kind of boring. But because that film does get kind of boring in a few parts, whereas there's some certain characters and that doesn't have as pacing. I think I was kind of like, let's get to it, please. And I'd say the pacing could be handled a lot. It was handled better in this film, at least for me. I thought, why do you think the kids' films are done for the most part? There was one that does stick out like a sore thumb, that is Jason Ritter. And then Jason Ritter's character, he's just not really good in this film, honestly. I didn't really care much with his character, and then what they're trying to do with character, and no career character in this film, that's just like, yeah, not really huge on them. Again, like I said, that pacing aspect could have been handled a little bit better, honestly. And lastly, Jason himself. Now, Jason is menacing. He is cool. He is definitely very cool and menacing at some points. But I didn't want to do with the actor that plays him. Like, I don't realize like the actor that plays him in this film. I know he definitely not the actor that Rich played him, Kate Robert, I believe that his name was, who played Jason in all the other films. And they got a new actor playing Jason, which, yeah, he didn't do a terrible job, honestly. But I thought, but Kate's, before his presence, was definitely missed. Definitely missed. I wanted to have a little more menacing and a little more a little more just a little more gut in between this film, and honestly. Again, he didn't play a terrible job, but it was one minute, and I wanted a little bit of emotion from him, honestly. And also, don't expect Frank Krueger to kill many people. He only killed like one person in this film, so if Freddy killed a lot of people, don't expect that, honestly. Just want to get that out of the way. So overall, Freddy vs. Jason is a really damn great time, and it's a really good film. And for me, it's definitely one of the more underrated horror films I've seen. It's definitely one of my favorites in the franchise. Elm Street, definitely my favorite in the both franchises. Elm Street's not really saying much, mainly because I haven't seen all the films yet. But still one of my favorites in the Friday the 13th franchise. This film is a good time. Freddy's menacing, Jason's menacing for the most part, despite the acting not really much emotion with me. The lines are great. Kills and definitely is very scary at some points, more suspenseful at some points. It's well shot, well handled. I was interested in the story, by cliche. The soundtrack was great, the acting was quite great, and the big showdown is probably one of the best showdowns I've ever seen in a horror film. And this is definitely a well done crossover. And that being said, I'm going to give Freddy vs. Jason an 84 of a B+. Well guys, that is my review of Freddy vs. Jason. Once again, I think Freddy vs. Jason, let me know what else comes down below. And also, let me know what are your thoughts on the Nightmare on Elm Street sequels. What are your thoughts on those films? Because once again, I haven't seen any other Elm Street films, my Nightmare in the remake. So what are your thoughts? I do plan on watching a couple of those films. This film this month, so be sure to let me know about the sequels and this film in the comments down below. And I'll be doing that horror film this Monday, stay tuned with that. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. If you're not ready, be sure to like this video, be sure to share, be sure to subscribe, You should follow on all my social media sites, along my recent channel. All links which are below. I am Steven Mobile from Same World Views. I will see you next time, and stay cool, everybody. Peace.